So I want to first clear it, and I want to get it because there's so many different. It could have been Zendaya. There's a lot of Z's in your family name.
It's just Zendaya.
It's just Zendaya.
Yes.
How awful is it when you go places and people are like, "Hey, what up, Zendaya? What up, Zendaya?" Like always mispronouncing your name. You're like, "Come on, it's not that difficult."
It's a mixed emotion because now I've gotten so used to it that it's just like I forget, and my parents do it, and I don't want to be like rude because also like when you're like it's Zendaya, like there's no, how do you say that like sweetly, like it's Zendaya, like I don't know how to say it nice. I can't figure it out, so I'm like
I guess. Thank you. I'm just glad you kind of got it right.
Okay.
Yo, you have been doing so many awesome things at such an amazingly young age, and it's so inspiring that there are so many young people such as yourself that are taking their dreams and turning them into reality.
Thank you.
I mean, we've got music, we've got TV, we've got dancing, we've got books, so much stuff. And you do it also, just so eloquently. You take it all in stride. You roll with it. I've been checking it out, and I'm like, this girl really has it all together. Mom and Dad, you guys did an amazing job. Let's give a round of applause for our parents hanging out with us. How cool is it to know that you are definitely, you're definitely rocking out. You're being who you are, and you're having so much fun doing it and growing in this industry.
I think it's amazing. Honestly, I'm just lucky that I have had, the ability to be Zendaya now.
Yep.
I think a lot of the times as young artists, they don't really get to have that creative freedom, and then when they get older they're like, yes, finally I'm in control and I'm just gonna do whatever I want, you know what I'm saying? So I think I'm very lucky that I'm able to start that now and be creative, hands-on with everything that I do. Every little thing has come from me and come from Zendaya, and that's why it means so much to me, because people are truly listening and watching to me.
Yes.
It's not like some crazy like, oh, we just made her do this, or oh, we just put this together for Zendaya.
Yep.
It's literally me. So
speaking of literally you, there is so much, like I said, that you have going on that is so cool. Let's start with the music. Let's start with Replay.
Okay.
And where did the passion first blossom with the music?
I think I've always loved music. I mean, music is something that I think I'm in a musical family, and I used to sing all the time. Like I would make up songs to my parents and like all that kind of stuff. And when I knew that I was going to do this at some point in my life. I just didn't know how I was going to like break into the industry, you know what I'm saying? Like whether it was going to be dancing, singing, acting, you don't know. So it happened to be Shake It Up, which was not a singing show like a Hannah Montana, but it was a dancing show.
For sure.
So it was dancing and acting primarily, and there wasn't much room for us to sing because that's not what it was about. So it didn't come till later, but I think now is the perfect time for me to come out with my music. And I wasn't like one of those people that was like, okay, well, I dance and I act, so maybe I should just go ahead and sing.
Yeah, like you weren't trying to force it.
No, it was something that I have always planned on doing.
Well, how cool is it for you to see that the people behind the scenes of Shake It Up were like, you know what, this is an amazingly talented young woman. There is so much to what she can bring to this show. Let's start dabbling in the singing part of it. How cool is that for you to have that validation? Like, they believe in me so much to let me do that.
It took a long time, you know what I mean, at first, because it was a skill that was like hidden. I didn't really bring out my singing. I would do like little YouTube covers or anything, but it wasn't something that I just could put out there. And I didn't want Rocky to all of a sudden become a singer for no reason.
Yeah.
If she's a dancer.
Like randomly all of a sudden.
Yeah, she just
turns
breaks
into
out in song and dance.
threat.
And it doesn't make any sense. So, and that's also part of like establishing Zendaya and Rocky and making the difference, So, I think it's pretty cool that now I'm able to kind of show that side of myself. And also, I came into Hollywood Records with a plan, an idea. I already knew what I wanted to sound like, look like, and I was just like, I just need people to help me get there.
You know what? One thing that I recently had seen in an interview with you is that plans, that's nothing strange to you.
No.
You got plans.
It's all done. It's all ready to go.
You know what you want to be doing when you're 43 years old.
Yes.
You have the platform to do it now. You have the road already going that way. And one of the things that I think is going to be around when you're 40 years old is the clothing line.
Oh yeah.
One of the things, because that's something that just always changes, and it's kind of true to your character on Shake It Up. I understand the clothing concept.
They have we have a clothing line for Shake It Up, which is based off more of the characters in the show. But of course, one day I want to do my own clothing line. I mean, there's so much I have to do. I am just a young sapling, and I am ready to just blossom. I mean, there's so many things I have to do. The list is like, it's never ending.
I want to ask with the clothes, because I've seen the show, and I know a lot of us have, and a lot of the viewers that are watching online have checked out the show. the ideas start because you were stealing the wardrobe off of the set?
No, actually,
keep it 100.
I'm gonna keep it 100. I did not.
Okay.
Because Rocky, my character on the show, she's a girly girl. You know what I'm saying? She wears a lot of color and patterns, and she's very feminine. And for me, I wanted to kind of not only establish myself different from my character, but I'm just naturally I just dress different.
Yeah.
So while, on set I wear skirts and Doc Martens and like frilly dresses and stuff, then off set I'm in my leather sweatpants and Jordans. So it's just a little bit different.
Speaking of which, hold on for a second. Our shoe game today is kind of on it, right? You know what I'm saying? Just go ahead.
What?
Yeah. Go ahead and get a picture of that
shot
real
of that real quick.
Bam. No, but let's transition into you, the dancer. You, the just right there within inches of the trophy and all that good stuff.
The mirror ball.
But to be so young and to be, on one of the most, the biggest platforms ever, showcasing another side of your talented self. How fun was it to be on Dancing with the Stars?
I think at the time that I was doing it, like technically, I would say it's not really fun at all. Like while you're doing it, it's stressful. It's it's the most stressful, hardest, complicated thing I've ever done in my life. And it's kind of like boot camp, I would say. But at the end of the day, looking back on what I accomplished and what I was able to do with the time that I had, I'm very, very proud of that, And I didn't come in there thinking, I'm just going to be the Dancing with the Star. I'm just going to be the star. I'm already established, whatever. I'm just going to go here and just do a little dance or whatever, learn a little cha-cha and just make it by. I was like, no, I really want to be a pro dancer.
Into it. Yeah.
I was into it, so I put a lot of hard work into it. And people don't realize the amount of time that you have to spend, like,
we only
in
get to
those
see
studios.
snippets of it.
It's insane, it's every day, and then on top of that, everyone else is an adult, so they get to just come in whenever they want. Zendaya has to go to school first and then go. So I'm just saying that was another thing on my plate that nobody else had.
And you made it to the final two, and just to be there and to know that you had so many fans who supported you, that you had the team behind the scenes to support you, that you had your dance partner to be there to to help you when you were aching, when maybe you were crying, maybe you were like, this is the worst, like you said, the most
funny?
painful thing ever.
Because Val, I never complained to Val.
Between you and me, How to Rock Your Tween Years with Style and Confidence, everything what you just said, you put into that book.
Yes.
So, yeah, I mean, is that I mean, obviously it seems like it's a conscious effort. It's something that you...
It is. I think it's a tween advice book, so I think the tween years are kind of like an awkward age. You're not necessarily a teenager, but you're not a kid.
Yeah.
And then it's like you get some of the responsibilities, but not all the ones you wanted. So it's kind of just weird, and there's a lot of changes going on, and I had a nice, smooth transition. I think I was going from regular school then to also to homeschool. And I was starting Shake It Up at the time. So, I mean, I had a smooth transition, and I think that kind of sets up your teenage years as well. And I want it to be something useful. I didn't want people to just pick it up and put it down. I want it to be something that you could go to, refer to, that was real. It has, like, my own stories
It's like a real-life chicken soup for the teenage soul. Like the real, like, said, like, from someone who has lived it.
Exactly. It's real. And I don't want it to... Also, another thing is I hate when books are written from the wrong perspective. Yes. So there is no reason why an adult should be telling a 12-year-old
soul, like when you've been 47.
Exactly. There's no reason why an adult should be writing what it's like to be a 12-year-old now. It's just different. There's Instagram. There's so many other
your parents, speaking of things. Like not knowing, we're gonna mom and dad. Do you guys know what Instagram is?
Yes.
Mom and dad is all about Twitter.
Okay, mom is good with that stuff. Yeah. Dad, we're working on it. We just got him into texting, and he's pretty good.
My dad, his texting skills are ridiculously horrible.
We just got him to type a little bit faster because it used to be like...
And you see the 3 little dots and you're like, yeah. Oh, where do the dots go? And the next thing you know, you're like...
Between each letter, that's where they went.
That's so funny. But your parents, to have that support staff, to have them be there to definitely, 1,000% know that you are working so hard towards your goal. How must that feel? To have the family to be there to lean on every
That's important. I think a lot has to do with that. I think a lot of people who don't have that support, that's where they kind of get off track. I think people technically have too many yes men around them, that people aren't there from the beginning, or people that don't know them, or people that just kind of jump on their bandwagon and just kind of kiss their butt and make them feel like the star that they are. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Whereas I have real family and friends that, you know, have known me forever. I have a lot of big sisters, brothers, cousins, aunties, uncles, all that will quickly tell me no. And pull me back down to the ground in a quickness, in a hurry. So, you know, I don't really have to worry about that.
But they do it in a loving way.
Of course, it's all love. Yeah. It's all love. And everyone needs that. Everyone needs a little tough love in their life. And everybody needs real, like, lovey love in their life.
Well, I think somebody should give you a little bit of tough love the other day when I saw that you were at a Jets game wearing a Jets t-shirt and being from Oakland. I thought it was all about the Raiders, girl.
Okay, I love the Raiders. I do. But the Jets were very nice to me. Okay. And they let me come in there and I said hello to everyone. I got to go on the field and stuff.
That's cool though, right?
So hey, I mean, if they're going to let me
win in Rome. That's
do as they do. Exactly.
Do as they do. All right. So I'm at least you're rocking the gray. I tried to rock the silver and black for you today in honor of being from the West Coast.
Oh well, I got my black and white gray.
I like that. Here's the deal. We like to let some of the fans ask questions.
Cool.
Zendaya, you think you're ready for some of this?
I'm ready.
I got some questions here from some fans who Instagram.
Sorry, I had to. It was my musical moment. I just had to.
I had some questions.
I wasn't the only one who thought about that. He's like, "Are you ready for this?" No.
This comes from Erica Baylor, who Facebooked in the question, wanting to know, is it difficult to remember your lines for Shake It Up?
Oh, you know what? It used to be, but now, like, I have a gift. I really do. Like, I can really memorize lines like super fast. And I've done like some auditions recently, and I can just go through it like 2 or 3 times and have it down. It's just like, it's like one of those things, like once you do it so much, it was every day, new scripts every single week, and I have to learn it. It was like, it's become second nature. It's like anything you do. If like, oh, you're an artist, then you just can whip together some drawing. You know what I mean? It's like that.
Wow. So even though they're new words, they're new stories, it's still just the ability to take it in.
And also it's like my character. So it's not like I'm playing someone different every week. It's still Rocky. So I know who she is. If it would be different if it was like some like
totally random
sketch show kind of thing where you have to be someone different every time. I don't know how they do it. But.
Yeah. Someone on Saturday Night Live.
Exactly.
Like that's crazy. This comes from @Preston for President off of Twitter. Yeah, I guess. All right, Preston.
All right, Preston. I'm voting.
Help get our government back from being shut down. Here we go. This is how many times have you been to Disneyland or Disney World?
Ooh, too many. Really? Too many times.
It's like fast pass. You get to go in, no questions asked.
Yeah.
You know where Walt Disney's head is frozen at.
All of that.
Oh, I thought I was gonna get her to say yeah to that one too.
But yeah, I've been quite a few times. Like I could be a tour guide.
Really?
I really could. I know where the hidden Mickeys are. I know where to find the best churro carts. I know where to like how to get to like the back entrances to all the rides. Like I might as well just work there. I'm like, hey, if anything, if I need a little side job, I could always work at Disneyland.
Next time I take my nephew, I'm gonna make sure I reach out to you.
All right.
Be like, I got a tour guide. This comes from area code 212. Beth texted in the question, wanting to know, who do you think is gonna win this season of Dancing with the Stars?
I don't know who's gonna win because it's kind of like you never know. It's kind of like judges' scores don't really count.
Yeah.
And then there's always something crazy that happens with votes. Like last year, the voting online went down.
I'm
just saying my fans are young. They don't have phones, so they probably did. Not like I'm bitter or anything. No, but I really don't know, but I'm voting for Val. I'm voting for Val and Elizabeth. I think I'm very proud of them. They've been doing really well, and I mean, Val is he's my brother,
of course,
all day.
All right, I'm with that. This last one is from @ShakeMeUp Zendaya, and this one is with the I, so I got it.
Oh, okay.
That's
why. Got you.
Your top 3 favorite junk foods of all time.
Ooh. Guys, you guys don't understand. I'm a vegetarian that does not like vegetables, so I basically eat junk food for a living. So I guess you could say, well, number 1 is Haagen-Dazs coffee ice cream.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Number 2 is pizza, just in general, pizza from anywhere. And number 3, I would say, would be Snickers bars. Oh, because I mean, guys, it's Snickers bars.
It's Snickers bars. There's no better candy bar.
Just no. And I'm sorry if you're allergic to nuts, but Snickers bars. Yes. It's just, it'll change your life.
Yeah, it is. The album, September 17th, Zendaya, it came out. You're putting it out there. You're being you. You're doing you. for anyone who maybe has not had the opportunity to listen to the full thing, to get it all the way through, to know what to expect with that CD, how would you sum it up? How would you express yourself through sound?
I wanted to create like my own lane of music right off the bat. Like I wanted to really create my own style, and I decided to go with rhythmic pop, which is basically like pop music that's infused with more of like R&B tones or more hip hop tones. So it's a little edgier, a little different, and there's some songs on there that have a lot of different influences, and I think it's very clear representation of me. And every song, I honestly love all the songs on there. Like I don't feel like I'm not going to put out a song that I wouldn't listen to a whole bunch of times, because if you don't want to listen to your own song, how can you expect anyone else to?
Good point.
So I slap my own music in the car,
Really? So
I do.
Yeah.
When we're driving down the highway, my mom's driving
really,
because I can't drive
all the time. Yeah, she's
and we're jamming to my own music. Is that weird? Maybe, but I don't care because I like it.
No, that's the way it should be. But there needs to be more artists like you doing that. You believe in yourself so much that you cannot help but listen to it and be proud of the product.
I mean, it might be a little self-absorbed, but hey, I mean, I listen to other people too. Yeah. But I like to listen to Zendaya.
I'm not gonna lie, I can sit here and talk to myself all the time.
I mean, what does Drake listen to? What does Drake listen to?
Probably himself, if he's smart.
If I were Drake, I would listen to Drake all the time. I'm Zendaya and I listen to Drake all the time.
Is that your Hollywood crush?
No, he's not, but he's just so cool. Like, he's just so cool. Like, I just want to be his friend. Like, can we hang out?
Drake, if you're watching, dude, come on, man.
He follows me on Twitter.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
How did you get that hack?
I don't know.
Did it just one day show up? Like, you didn't have, like, a manager tell somebody to tell somebody?
No. It was literally the day it was the album release date or whatever, and the album came out. And I came home from the little party thing we had, and I was just chilling. I went upstairs, was hanging out with my friends or whatever. I came back downstairs, and I left my phone. Okay. And I look at my phone, and it's like, Drake is now following you. I was like, what? I'm going to screenshot that up. It's probably like a fake Drake or whatever.
But it was real.
And then I slid it open. It was like official, like the little check mark. Drake follows you. I was like,
wow. Is it safe to say that you were more excited about that than the party that was going on?
I mean, yes. It was definitely a nice way to end the night. I called, like, my niece who's in college, and she was, like, sound asleep. I was like, girl, you better wake up. Drake followed me up. And she's like, okay, that is one of the few things I will wake up of, like, real good sleep for. Like, yeah, it's Drake.
Getting to speak with you and getting to have this conversation with you for the very first time, it's so refreshing to know that it is so genuine. It's not an act. What we see on TV is you being yourself and able to live this dream, and doing it so passionately is one of the coolest things I think that I've ever witnessed, because I've sat across from some people who they're not necessarily, who they always are. And to get that, it's so frustrating, you know what I mean? It's so difficult. And to know that's coming from someone who is so wise beyond her years. Everything that you have coming to you. First off, the 22+ million views on YouTube for replay. That's only going to be like 40 by next week, just so let's put that out there. But the album, the show, the books, everything that's going on with you is so just deserved, man. High five for that, seriously. Thank you again to everybody hanging out here and everybody watching online. You guys kind of rock. Zendaya, you're a doll, sweetheart. Peace out. Time for you to go.